Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So in the other lecture we studied about the different terminologies of the lenses, okay, the related to lenses. What were the terminologies? We studied about center of curvature, radius of curvature, principal axis, optical center, principal focus of convex lens, principal focus of concave lens, why convex lens is said to be a converging mirror, and why concave lens is considered to be a diverging mirror. Then we studied about the three rules which has to be followed while drawing ray diagrams. What were the rules? When the incident ray passes parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray passes through the focus. That was the first rule. Second rule, when the incident ray passes through the focus, the refracted ray passes parallel to the principal axis. That was the next rule. What was the third rule? When the incident ray passes through the optical center, it goes straight without changing its direction. Now in this lecture, we are going to draw different ray diagrams when we keep the objects at different positions. In your textbook on page number 83, they have given a table about the images formed by convex lenses for different positions of the object. First of all, I will explain why to draw these ray diagrams. It is for you to understand that when you keep an object at a particular position, the position of the image also changes. So here you have taken a candle, okay, candle. That candle is taken as the object. This is the lens. You cannot change the position of the lens. You cannot change the position of the candle. That is the object. What you can change? You can change the position of the screen. That means you can shift the screen towards forwards or backwards. Okay, so we cannot change the position of the candle. We cannot change the position of the lens for one condition. Okay, so the first condition which is there, which is given in the table, is at infinity. That means the position of the object, position of object is at infinity. The position of the object is at infinity. That means it is not here, it is somewhere far away. Okay, it is somewhere far away from the lens. Okay, where you will get the image you will get at the focus. Okay, that is the position of the image. You may see in the table they have given the position of the object at infinity and the position of the image is at f2. Okay, it is at f2. What will be the nature of the image? The nature of the image is real and inverted. The nature of the image is real and inverted. Okay, and what will be the size of the image? The size of image will be point size. Okay, if you are having a question on to draw the ray diagram, you have to write these points. So we will see the first condition, how to draw the ray diagram. Okay, so if the position of the object is at infinity, where is the object, where is the image? The image you will get at f2. What you have to do, you have to keep a candle far away somewhere and you have to move the screen towards and forward. Where will you get the image? You will get the image if you keep the screen here. Okay, if you keep the screen here, you will get the clear image of an object which is kept at far away distance, that is at infinity. Okay, so here while drawing the ray diagram, what you have to do, you have to draw a straight line first. Okay, you have to draw a straight line. Okay, then you have to keep 0 here, 0 of the scale. Okay, you have to keep the 0 of the scale. You have to keep the scale like this. You have to mark it 0, 3, 6, 9, 10, 12. Okay, you have to mark 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, only not 10, 12. Only till 12. I will write the numbers 0, 3, 6, 9 and 12. This much you have to take. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to put your rounder here. Rounder, you have to place the rounder here, and you have to draw a line, a dotted line on 6, 3 centimeters, 3 lines above and 3 lines down, 3 lines of your notebook. Okay, those lines, 3 lines above and 3 lines down, you have to put the rounder here and you have to draw an arc here. Okay, that will be one side of the lens, and you have to put the rounder here, then draw an arc here. That will be the other side of the lens. Even if they come like this, even if they overlap, you may rub it off. Okay, you may rub it off. That is how to write a measured line. First of all, what you have to do, you have to take a straight line. You have to mark with a scale 0, 3, 6, 9 and 12. Then what you have to do, you have to draw a dotted line, a very thin line which is not seen easily, 3 lines above and 3 lines below. Then you have to place a rounder here, and after placing the rounder, you have to, from this point to this point, you have to extend a line. From here you have to extend a line like this. Okay, now we will mark the points. Okay, we will mark the points. This center will be O, that is the optical center. This will be F1, this will be 2F1, this is F2 and this will be 2F2. Okay, these are the points which are to be marked. Now, where is the object? The object is at infinity, so we are not able to show the object. The straight line passing parallel to the principal axis. Okay, this is the line. Actually, it should be inside the lens. Okay, it should be inside the lens. After refraction, it passes through the focus. One more ray you may see. The ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. This is the diagram showing this condition. What is the condition? The object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, you will get the image at focus. Okay, the ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. The ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. I have given the diagrams in your notes. Okay, you may see to it and draw it. So this is the first condition. You may draw it. This is the next condition. When the position of the object is beyond 2F1, that means the object has been kept here somewhere. Okay, that is beyond 2F1, and you have to place this screen, move the screen forward and backward and see where you can get the image. Where will you get the image? You will get the image when the screen is somewhere between F2 and 2F2. That means you will get, if you place the screen here somewhere, you will get the image. Okay, you will get the image when the screen is between F2 and 2F2. Now, how to draw the ray diagram for that? First, what you have to do, you have to draw a straight line. After drawing a straight line, you have to place the scale and mark 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, you have to mark 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. The 6 will be the optical center. You have to draw dotted lines, 3 lines above and 3 lines below. Then you have to place the rounder. You have to place the rounder here, extend it till here and draw a curved line. You have to place the rounder here and draw a curved line. Okay, so you will get the convex lens. And don't forget to mark this as F1, this as 2F1, this as F2 and this as 2F2. Okay, actually 2F1 means it is the center of curvature itself. Okay, now where is the object? The object is beyond 2F1. So you may extend this line a little bit and you may draw an object 2 lines above. this is 3 lines above, this is 2 lines above. Okay, you can, that is the medium size, that is why I am telling 2 size, 2 lines. So 2 line above you have to draw an arrow. Now the first ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. That is the first ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. What is the second ray which we are going to take? The ray which passes through the optical center. Okay, the ray which passes through the optical center. Now you may see this should pass through. I am extending this. You cannot do like this. I am showing it to you as an example. You should be getting it in between this crossing. This crossing you should be getting in between F2 and 2F2. You will get it. Okay, that point, it is said to be the point where the image should be. Okay, now while you draw the diagrams, the diagram should be smaller. This arrow should be smaller than this arrow. Okay, I will repeat. I will rub this. Okay, so this could be a corrected diagram. The position of the object is beyond 2F1. It is placed beyond 2F1. Whereas the position of the image, it is between F2 and 2F2. What is the nature of the image? The nature of the image is real and inverted. That means you are able to obtain the image on the screen and you will see the image inverted. Okay, that means if this is like this, the image which you will be seeing will be inverted. Okay, that will be the nature of the image. So what is the nature of the image? It is real and inverted, and size of the image, it is smaller than the object. Okay, hope you have understood. Now we will see the next one. This is the next condition. When the object is at 2F1, where will you get the image? You will get the image at 2F2. That means you have to keep the object at 2F1. You have to move the screen backward and forward. You will get the image when the screen is at 2F2. How to draw the ray diagram? Again, you have to draw a same single line. Then you have to differentiate 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. 6 will be the optical center. Then you have to take 3 lines up and 3 lines down. You have to place it at 2F1, draw an arc. 2F2, draw an arc. Okay, that will be your lens. You have to draw 2 lines above the object at 2F1. Okay, then you have to draw a ray parallel to the principal axis passing through the focus. Then the ray going through the optical center. Okay, it will go straight. Now in this diagram, you have to get your image at 2F2. Okay, and it should be of the same size. That means if you are drawing this 2 lines above, this also will be 2 lines downwards, inverted. Okay, so this is said to be at 2F2. You have to cross the lines here only. You have to get the crossing here only. Okay, then only your diagram will be correct. Okay, it will come to you by practice. You have to practice it several times. So here, what is the position of the object? The position of the object is at 2F1. What is the position of the image? At 2F2. What is the nature of the image? Real and inverted. And what is the size of the image? It is of the same size. Now we will see the next one. Now this is the next condition. When the position of the object is between F1 and 2F1. Okay, so if you are keeping the object somewhere here between F1 and 2F1, then you will be able to get the image somewhere beyond 2F2. Okay, it is beyond 2F2. This is the ray diagram. Okay, how to draw the ray diagram? You might have understood by now. So you have to draw a straight line. You have to differentiate it into 0, 3, 6, 9 and 12. At 6 you have to put a O, optical center. 3 lines above, 3 lines below. You have to draw a dotted line. You have to place your rounder at 2F1. Draw a curved line. Rounder at 2F2. Draw a curved line. You will get the lens. Okay, then you have to take the object. You have to draw the object anywhere in between F1 and 2F1. The first ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. The second ray passing through the optical center. It will meet somewhere here, somewhere beyond 2f2. So the point where they meet, okay, the point where they meet, that is the point where you will get the image. You will get a real and inverted image. The nature of the image is real and inverted. The size of the image is larger. You may see this size is smaller than this. This is bigger. Okay, so you will get a larger image when the object is kept between f1 and 2f1. Okay, now we will see the next. Next condition is when the object is kept at f1. Okay, when the object is kept at f1, then the image you will be getting is somewhere at infinity. Okay, it will be at somewhere at infinity. So the position of the object is at focus f1, position of image is at infinity. The nature of the image will be real and inverted. You will be able to get the image. Size of the image will be very large. This is the ray diagram. The principal axis, optical center f1 to f1, f2 to f2. The object is kept at f1. The ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. The second ray passing through the optical center. You may see these two rays should be parallel to each other. In your diagram, they should be parallel to each other. Okay, it is a condition. Okay, that is the only thing which they see while checking the question, checking the diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram for this condition, that is when the object is at focus f1. Now the next. So this is the last condition for convex lens, when the position of the object is in between f1 and O. f1 is focus and O is optical center. Okay, the position of the image is on the same side. That means if the object is this side, you will be getting the image on the same side. Actually, you won't be able to get the image onto a screen because it is a virtual image. You might remember the difference between real image and virtual image. Real images are images which can be projected onto a screen, but virtual images cannot be projected onto a screen. The image which we see in plane mirrors, okay, in our dressing rooms, okay, when we dress up, we use a mirror. Okay, that mirror is a plane mirror. We can see ourselves inside a plane mirror. Okay, that is a virtual image. There is nothing on the other side, but it appears to us that it is on the other side. Okay, so that is a virtual image. You cannot project it onto any screen. Okay, so that is the main difference between real image and virtual image. Now in this case, the image is virtual and erect. How to draw the ray diagram? First, again you have to draw this line, mark f1 to f1, f2 to f2 and O. You have to draw the lens. The object is in between f1 and O. The first ray passing parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. The second ray passing through the optical center. Now what you have to do, these both will go straight like this. They won't meet anywhere. Okay, now what you have to draw, you have to extend this line backwards. Okay, extend this line backwards. It should be a straight line. Straight line, straight like this. Okay, it should be a straight line. This line also you have to extend it backwards. Okay, you have to extend it, this line you have to take it straight like this backwards. Okay, they will meet at some point. That point, okay, that will be the image of the object. So where is the position of the image? The image is on the same side. The nature of the image is virtual and erect. The size of the image is very large. Okay, so these are the 6 conditions for convex lens. What are they? At infinity, beyond 2f1, at 2f1, between f1 and 2f1, at f1 and between f1 and O. You have to learn the table very thoroughly, practice the ray diagrams very thoroughly. Now we may move on to concave lens. Now the images formed by concave lenses, you may see there are 2 rules given on page number 83. The first rule is when the incident ray is passing parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray, when extended backwards, it passes through the focus. Okay, I had shown you how to draw the principal focus of a concave lens. Then the next is when the incident ray passes through the focus, then the refracted ray is parallel to the principal axis. These are the two rules which has to be followed while drawing ray diagrams for concave lenses. On page number 84, they have shown a diagram showing images formed by concave lenses when the object is in between f1 and 2f1. You may see there is a table given. Position of the object at infinity. Where will be the image? The image will be at first focus f1. The size of the image is point size. The nature of the image is virtual and direct. If the object is anywhere between optical center and infinity, that means it could be anywhere. Okay, when the object is anywhere, the image is in between optical center and f1. Okay, the image will be in between optical center and f1. The size of the image will be small and the nature of the image will be virtual and erect. Okay, now how to draw the diagram? You may see this is the diagram which I have drawn. You have to draw a straight line. You have to mark, okay, divide it into 5 parts. This is O, this is F2, this is 2F2, this is F1, this could be 2F1. Okay, you have to draw a concave lens equal on both sides. Okay, you have to draw it. The object is in between f1 and 2f1. The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis, you have to stop there. Then you have to take a scale. You have to mark these 2 points. Okay, this point and this point. These 2 points should be matched, and then the line should pass like this. This should be the dotted line and this will be the straight line. Okay, this should be a straight line. So this is the incident ray, this is the refracted ray. When the refracted ray is taken backwards, it passes through the focus. Okay, the next ray is the ray which is passing through the optical center. The ray passing through the optical center. Okay, the ray passing through the optical center. The point where they meet, that will be your image. Okay, you may see now in this case, where you may keep wherever the object. You may keep the object at any position. The image which you will be getting will be in between f1 and O. The image will be virtual and erect. That means it is on the same side of that of the object, and the image will be smaller. Okay, now you have studied the images formed by concave lenses and images formed by convex lenses. You may see convex lenses are able to form real inverted and small image, real inverted and same size image, real inverted and large size image, and virtual erect and large size image. And concave lens is able to form only virtual erect and small size image. So if you have been given a lens and you have to identify whether it is a convex lens or a concave lens, okay, whether it is a convex lens or a concave lens, you may see the virtual image. If the virtual image is larger, then it is a convex lens. If the virtual image is smaller, then it is a concave lens. Okay, so this is about the images formed by convex lens and concave lens. Hope you have understood. Okay, you have to draw the ray diagrams and practice. You may ask if you are having any doubt. Okay, thank you.